Welcome back to the CyberSoul IO, where we unpack the human stories behind tech's biggest shifts. Today's guest, a man who's been at the crossroads of innovation and strategy for more than 2 decades. Manish Bhardia is the president and co-founder of ThinkIA Corporation, an Inc. 5000 recognized Microsoft Gold partner focused on AI, cloud, and digital transformation. He's also the author of AI and Cloud, Your Roadmap to Modernization, which, by the way, I've read and is fantastic. He's also a familiar face in tech leadership circles, from his role as past president of IAM CP SoCal to his work guiding enterprise clients through high-stakes transformation. He's here today to share what real AI adoption looks like beyond the buzzwords. Manish, welcome to the CyberSoul IO.
Thank you, Keelan. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be able to speak with you about this. We've known each other for about a year now, I think, and as we're both published authors, we know the pain of that and the fun of being able to share our insights with other people. And I really loved your book. I thought it was just a really easy way for people to be introduced to AI. There's a lot of,
Yeah,
there's a lot of buzzwords flipping around, and I thought your book was a great resource for that. So, but let's rewind a little bit. You've been in
yeah.
tech for 20 years, cloud, data, strategy, digital transformation. But what was your aha moment with AI? The moment it shifted from your hype to genuine opportunity?
Yeah, I guess the I mean everybody came to know more on AI once they get their hands on the ChatGPT. So we have been doing AI projects, but they were very complicated projects of lot of data crunching, machine learning, big setup, six-figure project. The real aha was like capability of GPT, the model which is used by OpenAI and other AI system nowadays, and the whole conversational way of generating the next generative AI, what we're talking about. So that's when you realize that it's not just doing what you're asking; it can be doing much more. And the day-to-day life, day-to-day use of those application was the aha moment. Like it started with very basic, like note taking, right? We are doing note taking by hand. People are not at all writing, and now everywhere the note takers are there.
Right, right. Yeah, so it became consumable for the consumer, not just tech-centric, really heavy lifting.
In addition, initially there will be the whole user interface to design, to code, or check with users. Now the chat is the new interface.
Yeah.
People are saying, the human language or the English language or any language you are speaking is the programming language. So that's the change when you understand that maybe we don't have to design the complex system, just describe what your problem is and get the result.
Yeah.
So bringing that to the forefront or to our clients is what we are focused on right now.
Hmm. Okay. I love that because I use ChatGPT all the time. I think a lot of us are using it in different ways. And there's no shortage of strong opinions about AI right now. Some people
Yeah,
are very adaptive to it, some people are very against it.
yeah.
Some of those opinions are way off base.
Mhm.
What's one belief about AI that you think is totally misguided but still wildly believed?
Yeah, yes, everybody is like, AI will take away jobs. I think I would say people who are going to be using AI are going to change the job market, of course, because a lot of things can be done with a short amount of time. So job shift is the right word, not job taken
Hmm.
away. And another thing is the research are saying AI is going to add around 10% to the economy of the world. So economy of world is what 110 trillion, another 10 trillion getting added by AI. So yes, it's not. It may not make us poor. It will definitely add more to the pockets how, that's what is the real challenge to see. So we have to adopt. I mean, that's the side we are taking, is like, let's adopt AI, let's use to the best use, and in job as well as your personal use.
You know what I think about is I don't know if you've ever seen it, but is Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I think it's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton movie, based off of Roald Dahl's book. But what they talk about is Charlie's dad gets laid off at the toothpaste company, and
Okay.
because they built a machine to put the caps on the toothpaste, which used to be Charlie's dad's job, and the happy ending, whereas they go through the chocolate factory, but he gets rehired to fix the machine, even
Mm.
though he wasn't putting the toothpaste on it, but
Yeah.
at least there was it had adapted. So that's how I always think about how AI is also going to, just like you said, we're going to adapt to it. And Microsoft, when this is aired, so we're in July of 2025, Microsoft laid off about 9,000 people,
Yeah.
which I think is probably a piece of this whole AI, engineering. But those people will certainly, like, we all have to adapt, right? So I think I personally think it's happening. But so what are you seeing? How are you seeing AI make the biggest actual impact today? Not just the press releases, but the places where it's really delivering value to your clients.
We are focused more on the productivity solution, mean day-to-day job and doing things and saving time. We have seen lawyers getting use of AI to summarize hundred of pages of document in 6 pages, make quick decision to hire or acquire new clients. We have also seen healthcare companies integrating AI for better care of patient and bringing clinical trials which is not even known to the doctors or the patient yet, because AI is able to sift through the knowledge faster. So
Hmm.
that's where it's adding to the patient's life and better care. And then in general, the productivity within the office, doing many task follow up, report generation, and all. So these are still early use cases, I would say. However, there is a real time saving.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to talk about how it's changing things is also, let's be hopeful about AI, because we have not seen the things which will be possible with the use of AI. So yes, we are looking at the current scenario of our world and thinking, oh, AI can do this, then what am I going to do? What this this number of people will do? But I think AI will explore new things, provide new way of doing things which we have not even thought about that. So that's how that happens.
I'm optimistic too. I do believe that as humans, we're very resilient. We adapt. But what would you say to the people who, I'm just thinking of this meme I saw recently where it's like,
Yeah.
your doctor's using Chat GPT as much as you are,
Mhm.
so how do we support the people who are skeptical in being able to trust this brave new world that we're entering in? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say that things are changing, and then you can resist and left behind, but it's good to just know and then be cautious. So yes, of course, you don't have to keep trying the cutting edge AI, but trusted AI provided by your company or the one you like. If you're going to start dabbling onto that, that will be the right step, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. So, what industries are still sleeping on AI? Maybe because of regulation, mindset, or lack of investment. Who should be leaning into it harder, do you think?
But all the compliant industries, right? Like government, we're talking about healthcare, financial, all these will take time because the laws are not changing that fast enough. And
Right.
that's fine, because, let the general users get used to AI, and then there's a need, right? Like just it happened with the devices, right? Bring your own device
Right.
happened, and companies were not providing them the cell phone, but everybody bought their own cell phone. So we are starting to see that BYOA, right? Bring your own AI is happening. Laws will be adapting to that to prevent those use of AI. But at the same time, the changes will be made in these compliant industries, I would say.
Be nimble. Continue
Yes,
to be nimble.
yes.
I mean, I just did see, I was reading the newspaper before we started, and that President Trump is really wanting to invest a lot into AI infrastructure, which, does, takes a lot of water, it takes a lot of power and energy. So I think we'll see a lot more on the government side of things, AI driven. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the next couple of years.
I think that's a fantastic initiative. It
Yeah.
has to come from top down, as there will be funds available to government departments to use of AI. That's where it will start. Like, long back when a lot of healthcare system was revamped, when the new mandate was there. I think that's what will happen. But
Yeah.
this will take time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Just like
it's
everything.
great to see those initiatives.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you work with execs under major pressure to AI everything, right? For most
Yeah.
companies. How do you help them figure out what's worth automating, what's better with human plus machine collaboration, and what still needs to stay fully human? How do you guide them through that?
Yeah. So how we are exploring that is as as of last year or early this year, everybody who wanted to do AI just got Copilot, right? Either Salesforce Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, and they said, this is it. But that is not all. That is just helping you in the Teams message or email summarization, calendar invites, and everything. Then we are looking into some kind of data-based AI or process improvement. So that's where we are looking where low-hanging fruits where we can extend and make it more custom AI for their business. And that way it can really impact on their internal process than just using generic AI, because generic is done by some other software vendor. So as a small business, we are providing more private GPT kind of scenario
Mhm.
and picking up a critical process which is simple enough that it doesn't change the business model but provides efficiency.
I love it. I love it. I think, especially for the smaller companies, I believe, and maybe I'm making up a story, but it's sort of like we have so many initiatives that we have to do. Does AI even fit? And every conference I go to, every conversation is like AI is already here. And if you're
Yes.
not actively looking at it and learning how to use it, you're already behind. So, I think the work you're doing makes it accessible, to smaller businesses, which is awesome.
Yeah, like you said, everybody is doing more than they can handle.
Mhm.
In right now, AI is additional work for them
Right. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's a new proof of concept they have to do. That's a new technology we need to be careful about. And that's where low hanging fruit, where one of the process, a simple outcome, if you can deliver, and we can show that as a real impact or real value, then they build trust on it. So that's what we are trying to do is small POCs, let's deliver, and then you can do more.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's zoom out. In an AI powered workplace,
Yeah.
leadership itself is evolving. I love talking about leadership. What does empathy look like when you're managing teams that include both humans and machines?
Yeah, I guess great leaders are empathy, have high empathy, and they can they can drive as well as connect with people, right? So I I think AI may provide much better empathy. We'll see. However, the reason I'm saying is it's more personal.
Right.
It's giving more time. Good leaders are short on time. Yes, they're amazing, but not everybody is getting their attention. So maybe top management gets their attention. Maybe everybody in the town hall meeting gets attention. But does everyone in the company gets that attention? I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking. Even though it's not human, but if AI brings the care or brings the listening ear to the people in the right manner and doesn't do too much of bias or hallucination,
Right.
means a secure, right kind of AI, and provides the support to the team members. I think that's golden.
Yeah.
People miss that, and leadership can change the direction of company, change the direction of people's life also. I think it will be great to see how the best of the mind impact AI, and that becomes accessible to everyone. I think that can be really powerful for any business, in fact, in personal life also. So actually, I'm very hopeful it will improve. For example, you want to learn from anybody, you can say to ChatGPT now that act like this person, and then coach me on this particular. I use ChatGPT as a planning sometime, like plan my week, and then I give it direction and all. And I can even say that, hey, become this person and then direct me, right?
Yeah.
Become this specific coach and then direct me, or think like best productive person and then direct me. So it was not available before. So I really think as we mature in the use of AI, there will be thought leadership coming directly to AI in form of uh, key leaders, and that will be really helpful.
Yeah. I think that's a really creative way to use it is to kind of role play with
Mhm.
AI. And something that I've found is, if I'm working on a project or, just trying to work through something, I realize through my questioning to it my own limitations and how I'm not communicating clearly. It's almost
Mhm.
like reflecting back to me, that
Yes.
helps me with my own empathy and leadership. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's great. Okay, so you've been a founder, a consultant, and an author. You've
Yeah.
lived through wave after wave of tech disruption. What mindset shifts have helped you stay grounded and successful?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about grounded, of course, it comes with you know your qualities, or I would say characteristics of a person, right? Some people just like to listen to the news, or listen to the conversation and understand, while others are taking charge, kind of scenario. So I did my Gallup Strength Finder test. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, yeah, I have.
That told little bit on things, on how things are, how I'm always riding the wave, I would say, because there are
You're
some
surfer. You're riding the wave.
yes, futuristic was one of the characteristics. I'm always looking for the new technology and just changing it to that very fast. So
Hmm.
that is the reason I'm able to keep up with the technology. But and then other one are I would say activate maximizer and activator. So activator is taking action. So I'm looking to the future, taking action. And then maximizer is using the best of the resource. So I'm in technology. Technology is moving towards AI. Let's move. So I moved towards AI 7 years back, 2018.
Wow.
So that's when
Oh, gee, you're an old AI.
oh gee, correct. So that's where just making sure that we are moving towards the latest technology. But if you ask, our 70% business is still traditional technology like data, custom app, SharePoint. So we have not fully moved to be 100% AI. So that's where I would say, keeping the reality going and still trying to focus on the new technology and taking action and maximizing the best resources. So I would say it changes for everyone. But now I'm clear how I'm able to just align myself.
I love those personality tests. Myers-Briggs,
Yes.
I'm into astrology too. Most people don't like that because like that's not me. But I love anything that shows me patterns, especially when it comes to personality, because humans are so different and we're so complicated. So I love that you've got that awareness.
Yeah, I think I love that modeling, or I would say some pattern, like you said. It's good to know. Like we have some rock stars in our company, and then we are like, hey, how that person is able to really connect well. Like my business partner Dave is very good on solutioning. So he's ideation guy. He
Hmm.
comes with a solution very fast.
Yeah.
However, he will not start on the solution. That will be me. And
Right.
then he will come with the real solution. So it these tests are great to learn the characteristics.
And it's
Yeah,
so important to have a mix, right? Like I'm just thinking of like the early adopter, like you were an
yeah.
early adopter of AI and
Mhm.
people who buy like the first version of a phone or, a car. I'm like a middle
Absolutely.
person, right? I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you guys test it all out and then I'll go
yes.
for it. And then there's people who are just old school who are, holding on to tried and proven ways that work. And I think that there is no right or wrong. Like we
Mhm.
all serve such a specific purpose.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good to have a mix. Very good for mind, for team, and even for our clients, right? They need a wide variety of people who can handle multiple things.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've all seen companies get stuck in pilot purgatory, that
Mhm.
implementation, it's so hard. What's one trait you see in organizations that actually can scale their AI and one that keeps others spinning their wheels?
I would say uh, it needs to be a strategic initiative.
Hmm.
As we just talked a little bit before, everybody is busy. There are different competing priorities, and people are also scared. So you never know what's happening in the mind of people who are assigned with the POC or with the project. But sometimes things needs to be done, and that AI is one of the activity right now. You need to complete your action. So I would say POC is the first way, but I have also seen people delaying on POC.
They just want to go right in. They don't want to waste, they want to go right into this.
No, no, no. They don't even want to start POC because, like, okay, we got busy on something,
Right.
or so they. So it's much for the delaying and all, or they're thinking just Copilot is the POC. So I
Mm,
would say take action.
yeah. Yeah, something that I've seen at Alvaca when we're doing ransomware restoration is, one of our initiatives is to do a patch up effort, to do the patching, to patch all the servers and take care of vulnerabilities.
Yeah,
And just so many times when the clients who have been victims to ransomware say, we were just about to implement, this patching initiative. And, it's usually because patching is so hard, it could take
yeah.
the whole entire system. So the fear is real. So when you're working with clients, what's something that you can support them to kind of nudge them gently into, you should probably take the leap here.
Well, I guess we are providing the case studies, some sample, making them talk to the other client referral or reference check, I would
Hmm.
say. At the same time, on our side, we are taking all the measures to secure AI or provide more information to the client. Because as you know, there are a lot of issues with the AI, so there are real concern
Yeah.
of wrong information or the information getting leaked to the public AI. So we are just tightening our process, like we are actually going through SOC 2 type
Okay.
2 audit now and HIPAA audit to make sure it's all certified and all. So just building more trust by providing credentials.
I love it. I love it. So let's say your clients were listening right now, which they might be. What's
Yeah,
one piece of real talk you wish they'd hear about adopting AI?
yeah. I guess I would say they need to realize that just chat with the AI is not the real AI use case they need to be looking into. They need to look into real users who are spending a lot of time doing things which AI can do. Example is summarization or creating reports or creating data crunching, follow up, escalation. I would say there are a lot of scenarios where it may not be exposing their internal key process to, uh, I would say, in the secure manner, they can still try a lot of things in AI. So I say let's just start with a roadmap or envisioning session, maybe because you may not know. But do an exercise. There are a lot of companies like that. We also do that. But bringing a thought leader who can say, okay, this is how you have been doing, but this could be the roadmap. So let's look into that, whether you do or not. So more like a health check, right? I'm talking physical health check, and then fitness coach comes and say, this is your plan, whether you follow that or not.
Yeah.
Same thing. Let's do the AI health check, get the roadmap, and then you can go after that or not when you're ready.
I love that because also AI is going to critically think for us in ways that we don't really think about, right? So
Yeah.
that, like I'll work with AI and be like, oh, I want to do it this way. And if I'm knowledgeable and taking my time, I can ask it in a way that's open enough that they can steer me in the right direction as opposed to me like hammering so hard to try to do, them. Like there's a bunch of gremlins in the system. I guess I think of it as a hive mind. I don't really think
Hmm.
of
Sure.
one
Absolutely.
person or thing. But anyways, Manish, thank you. You have this rare ability to bridge the visionary with the practical and to lead people through complex tech shifts without losing the human side. For our listeners who want to learn more about your work or read AI and cloud, where can they find you and your book and Amy and all of that good stuff? Amy is his AI agent, by the way, guys.
Yes, yes. Amy is the AI-based project manager we are working on. So yeah, amy.ai, AIMEY.ai. But LinkedIn is the best way to look me up. My last name is Bhardia, B as a boy, Hardia, Manish Bhardia. You can link me up in LinkedIn, and then same name you can search on the Amazon and see my books.
I love it. I love it. Good old Amazon. Well, that's a wrap on this episode for the cybersoul.io. If you love this conversation, please share it forward. And remember, tech is only as transformative as the people behind it. So stay curious and stay human. Thank you, Manish. You're awesome.
Thank you, Keelan. Thanks for hosting.
You're welcome.